Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. You will never guess what we're organizing today. Um, this is one of those shoebox type, plastic bins. And I have been throwing some zippers that I have salvaged in here. And I see that I dug in here. Let me tell you what happened. I was replying to comments on today's video, and what I discovered was that sometimes when you say things on a video, people actually pay attention and bring them back to your attention. So it was Janet who said, "Oh, I love that you're giving yourself the challenge of using a zipper in Daisy's baby book." Well, I mean, I tape, often weeks in advance. So I have no recollection of ever saying that, but I trust Janet when she says I did. So that made me think, well, I have 3 more baby books to do. I will pick up the gauntlet and do it in one or more of these other books. That's why some of these pinkish ones are nearer the top. And then I thought, I'm sure that you guys would love to see a stinking mess like this up close and personal. So why don't I just turn on the camera? So what I discovered for quilt cover. Okay, that's my mom's writing, and she's been gone since 2020. Now this is really long. Well, let's put that in there. Now we know, and I encountered that with one of the early zippers that I picked up. It was a hot pink one. This one. Now I probably did this. This zipper is no use to, it can't function as a zipper because the little hardware thing at the top is gone. However, we're not going to throw it away because I thought that that could be very cute page edging, either in a sewing book or maybe in one of these baby journals. So I'm going to put like broken zippers off to the side here. Now some of these, this is pretty flashy. Rest and relaxation. That's kind of cool. I don't know what this would have come off, but it's a good length. Let's just put it that way. So I think that what I'm going to do is put the short ones together because it seems it's more likely that those will be the easiest ones to use. Now, whoever salvaged this one didn't even get all of this off. There's a hook and eye there. So let's just pull out a ruler to get a feel for how long some of these things are. So these bright yellow ones, and I'm going to measure, what should I measure? Maybe the actual zipper. No, just for simplicity, I'll measure the binding part. So those 2 are 7 inches. This one with the part of the outfit still attached is 15. I'd say it's about 20 inches long. So I'll make another small pile for those that need a little bit of help. I don't know, that might be the only one. This one is in its package. It's 12 inches. Maybe I'll put a package. Now I expected that there would be more in packages because I bought a bunch from Carol at Crinkled Path. Look at the heavy duty pull and teeth on this guy. Can't imagine what that came off. This one is 15 inches. Thought I saw another. Was I mistaken? Well, let's put this guy in here because obviously that needs, well, here are some heavy duty ones with very prominent teeth. Now, wouldn't some of these look cool? I don't know why these are tied together. Wouldn't these look cool in a steampunk journal with these grungy colors? So let's get a feel for this. I might, once I see how crazy my stash actually, so this is over 10 inches. Okay, I'm going to group these really dark colors or with the heavy duty teeth. Oh, see, this is another one. So broken ones go aside. So that might even be the easiest kind of zipper to work with. These are kind of really cool because they're so worn. They obviously were salvaged from a garment that has been worn and worn and worn. And so they're soft. Some of them need to be plucked a little bit, but hey, that's okay. So I think what I'm going to do is once I sort of get a bit of a grouping thing going on here. See, this was not taken apart very well because it's missing the inch or so of tab above it. But again, we're not hoping to hold a garment closed. We are trying to, just add a kind of a fun element to a project. It's Holiday Monday here in Canada, Victoria Day weekend, May long weekend. It was initially set up to commemorate or to celebrate the Queen Mother's birthday. I think her birthday was sometime around this time of the month. Of course, it's not celebrated on an actual day. It's what would this be, like the third Monday or something in May. And it's sort of the unofficial start to camping, holidays, that kind of spring thing. I mean, kind of launching summer. Okay, some of those are grouped together. So far, these, no, that one's kind of light, but I'll just lay them here next to the yellow one and move on to something a bit, oh, this is a long one. My goodness, this one is probably, this one is like 28 or 30 inches long. Oh, maybe that belongs with that one. Here's another really long one. So, of course, this length is not, this is so dirty. This length is not practical in, a journal project, obviously. However, if a person uses the top part, the part with the pull, 6 inches or whatever, cut it off there, and then use the remainder, as I said, page edging or something like that, then it'll be fine, and a person will use much more of, my goodness, I don't know where these came from. This really looks old school, and somebody really sewed and sewed and sewed. This has to be old. Universal. What a cute little pull on there. It's it looks brass, so I'll put that with the grungy ones. Here's another one that, when I was doing, and that was Click, C-L-I-X, or Clicks. when I was doing a show and tell of my notions, my uppercase notions book, I read a passage, or more than a passage, about the price fixing, Competition Bureau infringements that were being done by some of the notions companies. This one says 555. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's quite a long one. It's got to be close to, well, they probably call that 12 inches. Here's a little mauve one. I might just put the pastel colors together, regardless of length. Now, because I'm working on 2 baby books, that's why I sort of reached for the pink right off the bat, but again, it could be mauve, it could be, this carnation sort of color. It could be, in fact, maybe it should be, yellow, because I can't imagine where else I would want to use yellow. Let me pull this guy out of here. Oh, and this elastic, I don't know what this is holding together. There was another bunch here where I see that my mom had tried to sell them at a garage sale because there's a price tag on there. And her initials, we had many multi-family garage sales. And of course, the way you do it is you put that's quite a cool color. You put your initial on there so that the cashier could record the right sale under the right person's name. This is nice too, this burgundy one. Wow. Red. It's a long pink one. Doesn't everything just automatically look better? Oh, there's that. There must be another half to this. This is another one of those broken ones. Don't things automatically look better when they have been grouped in some sort of a fashion that works? And in my case, I'm always going to say by color. Oh, here, this was, I remember these. I think they were called invisible zippers because you see the teeth are hidden. That must have been a move up in the world. No markings on there. Okay, what does it say back here? YKK. Yeah, that's kind of a big name in the... This is a heavy-duty one. My goodness. Something like that. You kind of wonder, did it come off a... Well, I guess it's too short to come off a coverall or some manly garment, but here's this almost a blush color. I should have grabbed some, maybe I'll just make this, I'll lay this down here. Maybe I should grab white ones next. So it looks like I'm grouping by color, not by length. Some of them, because they've been, who knows how long some of these things have been stored. A lot of them are very creased. I would think that it would make good sense to iron them before trying to use them, because honestly, it would be really hard to make something like that lie down properly. And it would just make the crafter's headache worse. This is another almost invisible, but not quite. Whoever thought they'd live long enough to hear somebody say, and please iron your zippers. Oh, I wonder if this was on some sort of a, like a plasticized thing, because it's got this rubber, not rubber, plastic. I'm going to put this with the ones that need work because I wouldn't want that on there. I'd want to remove that stitching and remove that little bit of a binding was on there. So I don't know if that was like on a, a mat. Oh, this is different. On a mattress pad type thing, maybe where people are trying to protect a mattress from somebody who wets the bed or whatever. Most kids go through that phase at some point. Can't imagine why else you'd sort of try to waterproof it. Yes, this makes me feel better, even though I've got a whole pile of ironing to do. Oh, here's another one with, it's only got it on one half though. That's unusual. I could be totally wrong with my theory also. Okay, we got a couple more white ones here. Yes, so obviously, what would determine, can I just drop one? What would determine what kind of a zipper to use? You would use something light and more delicate like this, or an invisible one in, a dress, party type outfit. Oh, this one doesn't have a pull either, so I'll put that with the broken stuff. Because it would be the right look and weight for the project. And one of those, a heavy duty one like this this one almost looks like it's decorative because it's too short to be, like from a coverall or something like that. Oh, more of the plastic. That is strange. Here's a little bitty white one. That one's been cut down too. And of course, sometimes like in home ec, or if a person was sewing something and you didn't have the right length zipper, you would obviously want to get rid of the extra bulk at the back. I'm going to put this on the floor. At the back of the garment, or wherever the zipper was, so it would make sense to, chop off the excess. So I guess I'm putting the yellow with, that's quite the gold, man, with the, my goodness, I can't talk and sort at the same time, it appears. That's a nice hot pink one. It's missing the pull, but that would be easy enough to put something really cool on there. I'm going to put this one to my left here and make sure that I use that in one of those baby books. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought now. I can't remember the point I was trying to make. Oh, here's that other half of the broken pink one. So I'm going to put the two broken pink ones off to the left because I can use those as page edging. Put those with the neutrals. This is some sort of a light pink. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I think I was talking about picking the right zipper for the right project. Okay, there was fuzz caught in there, but... So yeah, the zipper needs to be the right style, the right weight, the right length to do the job that it was intended for. Because can you imagine having a little one with nylon teeth, you know, trying to hold your winter jacket together or something? Need something a little more robust for that. It honestly, I'm kind of amazed at how much better it looks when I get the colors going. Okay, let's get this off here. And another elastic. Okay, so now we'll do I don't know what that's kind of, I guess that's supposed to be pink. What in the world is this? Could this, maybe this was from a purse? See, that's the other thing. I need to pry that open. Or can I just pull it? Ugh. I can just pull it and tear it. Cool. Yeah, so of course that's another, maybe I'll put that over there. Another place that you would see a zipper and, you know, where a design choice might be made to use something with a great big teeth on it. Okay, so let's do blue and green. This has some fabric still attached, but not as much as that other one. That little shoebox. Oh, that's just a button that somebody hung on there. Well, I don't really think that needs to be there. So we might find that little box, that little shoe box is so, look how ratty that is. Will look half empty by the time I'm done here. Look at this one. My goodness. Broken elastic. Another green. This is sort of almost like a sea glass color. Bunch of navy ones. I hate that somebody didn't pluck all these. The job is left to me. Oh, this is a strange one as well. What is going on here? So this, so much like the one with the plastic edges, this has like a bias tape, or, well, it's not bias tape because it's kind of stretchy and soft. Almost like a bias tape kind of thing binding the edge. So this should be with this. This one looks really... See, these could also be in a grunge type project. I sure wonder where those new ones that I bought from, new old ones I bought from Carol are. Not that I'm short of zippers to work with. Here's a pin holding this one together. This is old too. Huh, well, let's put that with the grungy, possible steampunkish. Here's a green of some sort, but that's very shabby also. And look how cute and short it is. My goodness. I didn't think I could get so excited about zippers. Okay, is that it for... I think that's navy as well. Or is that black? It's kind of faded. So I don't imagine that any of you have as many zippers as I do, because you're probably not clinically insane like I am. Yeah, so let this go to the top of the list for using some of these things up. Maybe the gray one could go. Well, let's put it with the other bunch there. Okay, so I would say that's probably it for blue and green. So now we've got, I'll put the just shorter ones. Oh, look at some packaging. Costume Maker zipper, H.A. Kid. That's, I don't know if it's, well, it's definitely Canadian, but I don't know if, okay, this one has no pull on it. Okay, so we'll put black and brown together. Can you imagine the story these guys could tell? 30 centimeters. This physically is so heavy. And because I have, I get contact dermatitis, you know, a rash, an itchy red rash from metal, when there was, you know, not that I'm a fashion plate or anything like that, a clothes horse. But remember when exposed zippers was kind of the rage? So I, of course, could never wear anything like that. I'd have a great, big, long, itchy expanse down my back, I guess, if that's where the zipper was. Or front. Why is that woman scratching so much? Okay, this new, my goodness. Get the big knobby stuff left on that one. So we'll put that to the side. This is kind of a darker gray. Again, some of them are just so, the teeth have almost separated from the binding part of it. This one is ripped. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, how come I have half a, did I miss the other broken piece of this one? So that, of course, using the broken halves will be the quickest project that I will do. And I might just get right on that. How long have we been here? We've probably been here a while. 27 minutes. That's probably plenty for this. I think what I'll do is just, where did I put that thing? Just do this for the time being, because of course I do have some that I have to, maybe I'll group these little guys. Oh, put the yellow ones there. I'll put an elastic around this short bunch here. I was trying to make a bit of room in my closet, and I finally put out to pasture my 2 pairs of what I call farm jeans, craft room jeans, gardening jeans. They were practically threadbare. They were, I mean, it was sad. It was really sad. They were very comfortable, soft and so on. But it was just time to, you know, say goodbye. So what I did, because I still have in my mind the, what do you call it? The weaving that Carrie, Thumbprint Creations by Carrie, did during Masterboard Madness. When she, oh, I need to take this thing off the edge here. Whatever that stuff is. The thing that she did with denim strips. Now, because she's a quilter, whoops. Because she's a quilter, I'm sure her cutting, I'll use a rotary cutter and, you know, a quilting guide and all that, but I'm sure her measurements and precision are going to put me to shame, but I will try that. So just before I turn on the video, I was taking those jeans apart, and this is a big bunch here. I hope I have a big elastic handy. I didn't think of reaching for elastics before. Is that a big enough elastic? I guess I'm going to have to search for one. I want to show you those funky pockets. So that too will tell you how long I've had those jeans in the mix here, because that was when, well, or maybe you still can get them, I don't know. But when sort of, well, I'm going to say bedazzled, but that's not exactly what it is. Lost one. When, you know, blinging up jeans was kind of a thing. Well, this bin is still full. Okay, and I do have some broken ones and these guys that need my attention. All those ones, the plastic edging. Okay, that's broken. I don't know where this fuzz is coming from. What's the deal here? Oh, that one needs, these two need, those need some seam ripping. This is just a broken one. This one must be a broken one. Okay, so that's not too bad. Oops, why is this one here? Oh, this one doesn't have a pull either. So, okay, I'll just quickly show you the small pieces because you can imagine what the other ones were like. The cute little coin pocket that fits into, that is part of the right hand pocket on the front of the jeans. So obviously 2 of those. Look how worn and cool. Now I just cut right around the stitching here, and it's literally ready to go. Let's see how wide this is at the widest point. Ooh, 5 3/4. This pocket, this must have been my back left one, because I always stick my phone in there. So it was letting go there. These sparkly things have fallen off and they're just glue patches there. But I like the idea that that's, I mean, not that a pocket with a hole in it is much good to anybody, but I thought that would be kind of cool. This one is obviously worn off a bit too. This one is more pristine. But look at some of this. And when I thought I could get away with it, when I thought, oh, nobody would be in town at this time, I could just quickly slip into town, run to the post office, and no one will ever see me. Well, it didn't always work. And then I saved some of these too. Not sure what I'll do with them. But yeah, this is one of the, this was sort of, well, I won't tell you where this was, but it's, anyway, so that's partly what I was doing today. Okay, so Janet, thanks for keeping me accountable. Thanks for making me go through the zippers. And I will show you what I come up with. As I said, I'll probably tackle the easier stuff first. But I know that at some point, and probably Teresa will know the answer, I made some ephemera using zippers where I sewed it through paper. So that was, you know, obviously, I wonder if that was the 100-day project or not. But anyway, so clearly I will need to be doing more than just gluing stuff down. It will mean sewing. So fingers crossed, guys. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I think this looks, it's not really any neater, but it looks better. So, and if you wouldn't have been here, I would have taken the time to pluck every loose thread off, because that kind of bugs me. But okay. There's another day for that, I'm sure. Okay, thanks for joining me, and we will see you in the next one. In the meantime, go count your zippers. The person who dies with the most zippers wins. Yay. Okay, bye.